at this very particular point, I wanted us to talk about the back four of Arsenal, their defense, the great wall. I call it the great wall of recently Calafiori, who just replaced Ben White. We have Jurian Timber. I'm talking about fullbacks. We go to the CBs. We have Gabriel, the Brazilian, and we have the French international Saliba, who has been exceptional. To me, Saliba has performed way better than Gabriel. I mean, of course, Gabriel is very good in the air. He's scoring goals and all that set pieces. But let's talk about the defense, the great wall currently. You know, the game when they were playing against Man City, it was the best defense. The best defense against the best striking line. Tell me what you think about their defense right now, currently, because I don't think there's any other team that
you see the thing I was telling you about Arteta. The thing I was telling you about Arteta, which is very amazing, is things like that he has managed to improve all the players that have played under him for a while. When you look at Saliba, he trusted him and brought him back from the loan spell, or he was fortunate that he had come back at that point.
Either way, but can you imagine he was loaned at some point?
Yes,
it's incredible.
And Arteta just managed to work with this boy, and the boy has turned out the way he has turned out. Then that is a player who is always going to give his all for the manager. And then he has Gabriel Magalhaes, who has upped his game. He has stepped up almost to the level of
I was going to say something, but I might distract you. But anyway, I'll say it. Don't you like it when Ziad says Arsenal is the top coach? Mikel Arteta. It should have been the other way around. Eric Ten Hag.
No, it's actually what I'm. But in this scenario, it's actually what I'm. It is actually what I'm telling you, that Arteta is a top coach. I mean, he's the best of his generation, even if he has not yet won trophies. But you can say that he has progressed all the time he was a manager. So that is a good thing for him, and that shows that he's not an ordinary manager. Then there's the thing that he does with a top guy.
Josh. Let's go back to guy. Let's go back to Arsenal. No. Ten Hag sucks. He's one of the worst managers currently, unless he steps up. Yeah, Josh, you're talking about Arsenal.
Yeah, but Arteta is a top coach. The back four that you asked, you look at Gabriel Magalhaes. He has upped his game. He has stepped up. He's at almost the same level with Saliba, though they have different attributes and they understand the game differently. But he is bringing.
Imagine that even the Champs, because he has some little beef. He has that little beef. He was trying to, man.
You see what I'm saying is even if Gabriel Magalhaes does not play the style of William Saliba, at least this season he's already showing that he's that type of player. In his own quality, he will give 100% for the club, and they look a very good partnership since last season. When Arsenal brought in David Raya, for me now this season, I do believe that David Raya is the captain of that defense, because David Raya gives a lot of confidence to the people standing in front of him, because he always bails them out.
Letting go of Ramsdale, but Raya has proved more than ever that he's so good, and he deserved to take that starting position.
Yeah, but you see, most of the time, a manager can want something not because it is what everyone thought that it would be, but he tells you that he wants to play a certain way and requires a goalkeeper who keeps the goal a certain way. Then Arteta, every time he's making decisions, they just turn out to be right. Every time he makes a decision, even on a player, you might not think Mikel Merino was the right player for Arsenal in the window, but Mikel Merino might just turn out to be that player, because we've seen so many of them. There's William Saliba, there's Gabriel Magalhaes, There's David Raya himself. These players are maturing and coming of age during the period when they are with Mikel Arteta, after he identified that maybe they have the talent to play what he wants to play, and then he proves it every now and then that these are the right. They were the right decisions that I made. So it's a good thing for Arsenal. Then look at the player he brings in at left back. Last season he had a bit of a problem in the left back position. He loves to play as Zinchenko. He admires what he gives to the team, but he never got it right with Tomiyasu. I mean, Tomiyasu doesn't look like he belongs in that back four. So yeah, so when he goes to the market and buys a player like Calafiori, I mean, this is a very solid backline with a player who can drive from that backline to the other box. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing the work that he has done at Arsenal.
You know, Ziad goes on to say, Arteta improves everyone. Brilliant system. Imagine Havertz in our system. He would look like Chelsea's. By the way, I cannot imagine Kai Havertz under Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah, that's true. Suck. That's true. Actually,
but no, imagine that Arteta, not under. Wrote it out for him, got him, and this season I think he has 5 goals, all competitions, but he's been brilliant.
He's broken a record of broken or equaled the record of consecutive goals. I think for Arsenal, I think there were 5 or 6. So I mean, Kai Havertz. Now let me tell you something about a player like Kai Havertz. Arteta has brought back the life into Kai Havertz, and he looks like the prodigy we wanted when he was at Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, he was that player, but when Chelsea got him, you would see there was something special about this player, but it never really flourished in any system. I mean, he's a player who could get you a goal in a Champions League final, but yet you might think that you have some questions about him. But then with Mikel Arteta, maybe he's put his arm around the boy, and the boy... Look at how he took the game by the scruff of the neck against Southampton. That goal that he scored, he had no right to hit that ball the way he hit it. I mean, they had just... By the way, they had just scored Arsenal, and he took the mantle to equalize in the manner that he did. I mean, that goal was beautiful.
I know the Southampton game was superb, was so dope. I mean, coming from a goal down, then equalizing. Was it a goal down? Equalizing and winning and all that. But the City game, that is when I understood what... I mean, they had a red card. They held them to almost... past 90 minutes, because Stones equalized in the dying minutes of the game, the added minutes. That was superb. The manager had to change the style of play. He knew they were short of a man. There were only 10 against a City's top side with 11 players on the pitch. That is when I gave him flowers.
Yeah, there's a bit. No, I think I didn't give him flowers at the game against City. I think I did. I did way before. No. I did way before, because the game that he played with Wolves, it was a bit of a shocker. It was not like the Arsenal I watched of the same manager. I mean, there was something about this one that was more let's kill the game. They did beat Wolves. But
no, I'm just saying, let me give you a real quick, by the way. Teams that have, of course, Josh, I mean, if it makes you feel better, Man United is the team that has beaten Arsenal most. Out of their 204 meetings, they've won 83. And with Liverpool, they've drawn over 52 times. And Arsenal they've beaten Everton more than they've beaten any other team in the Premier League, with over 100 times out of 202. That's how bad it is for Everton. But again, switching back to Arsenal, I see Pierce, of course, as always, trolling, says, watching, and indeed, as Ziad said, Ten Hag is not to be mentioned whatsoever. Arsenal craft is what the host team should display instead of running after the ball and not doing something about it. I don't know why the beef is with peace, but every time she comes, yo, seriously, every time she comes,
No,
she
but
goes
it's
on to
so good.
say,
You see, peace.
see, she goes on to
This
say,
is Ateta's
"W-
sixth season.
watching
Ten Hag is
and
only in his
laughing. I
third.
think she means laughing, watching, laughing. And indeed, as Ziad said, no one talks about Ten Hag. Ten and the Hags. Peace, we get your point. We get your point. We see the Hags, you use the emoji of hugging. Arsenal is one team I don't like, but their craft, unlike the team where two hosts are fans. I think we get. I mean, we get the message. Every Manchester United fan gets them. By the way, those of you that do not know pieces and is sorry, a Liverpool fan. I'm just tired of United. We used to be with Arsenal as the the two banter club, but now they've overtaken us for 3 years. Title race. We sit in the 14th position, arguing over whether to keep Ten Hag or not. Standards. Rather keep Ten Hag, not standards. It's very sad, by the way. It's very,
Yeah,
very sad.
but it's somewhat true. That's where we are. I mean, the club
Josh,
itself has
imagine
put
if we were 10 men
the
down
club
at
itself.
Etihad.
No, but
Imagine, imagine. It would have been a cricket score.
the club itself in the club itself has put us in that position. As fans, we can only
Nelson, what's
see
up?
what our club is capable of. And if you just what he said exactly as he said it, I mean, what are the standards at the club? For you, Manchester United, there's not been standards for a while. I mean, these things are just taking shape. But Mikel Arteta, this being his sixth season, I mean, he has done things over the years, and they've worked in his favor almost every aspect outside the football that he's playing is better than United. I mean, it is very hard. It has been very hard to be a football manager at Manchester United for a while, because it lacked in so many of the things that Arsenal has under its management. But Ineos has come to United. Things might be a bit different, because you see that their deliberate moves to put
Yeah.
people who are the best in the best positions, like say the best in class in those positions that are going to make football decisions, and that would be a good thing for United in the long run. But we are not on the same wavelength. I mean, Arsenal is some years ahead of United, and this you must accept, because
There are
that's how
three
the club
seasons
is.
ahead of United, Josh. There are 3 seasons ahead of United. Shout out to you, Nelson. Shout out to you, Nelson. Yeah, Josh, as I was saying earlier on,
You know,
Ziad
for
says,
a club
imagine
that
if
has
it were,
money, for
Josh,
a club that
imagine
is
if it was Man United at Etihad with only 10 men on the pitch. Yo, yo, it would have been a demolition, I'm telling you. Peace goes on to say,
why would you even think so?
I think the rules should be changed. It should be counted as a draw. It shouldn't be counted as a draw if both teams don't score. Some teams are getting comfortable defending no goal, but score a point. Man, peace enough. Okay, thank you, thank you. I think she's talking about the fact
Yeah,
that Ten
but I
Hag
see
came out
some
and
teams.
said we have 4 clean sheets. I mean,
But we have
the
4
game
clean
against
sheets.
Villa was a drawless game. Yeah,
We
just
are
I mean,
United
it
has the
doesn't.
most clean
We have
sheets.
now people. Even Chelsea has taken over us now. Lol. Yeah, that is true. Enzo Maresca's team is
Yeah,
way.
but Ziad, points are not picked up in September. I mean, there will come a point that uh, the points will matter. But right
Yes, you
now,
have to win. Every game matters. Every game matters. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
you have to win, especially
Each
when
game
you
matters.
are at the level of Man City or Arsenal. I mean, every game is a must-win game. That's why I like the adaptation of Mikel Arteta to change the way that he approaches games. That is, he is a bit more mature this season than we've seen him before, because he used to play some style of football, and you were guaranteed you will be entertained. And but now you are entertained in a different way. It just shows you that football is not about the other thing, but you must win every game that you play. Maybe that's how we are going to beat Man City to the trophy, which is a very good thing. I believe that the experience that he has had at Arsenal for the period that he has been there, coupled with him having been at Man City for a stint, it is really invaluable. It is really invaluable because the things that he has achieved to this point on the pitch, even before he wins any major trophy, I mean, they're worth talking about.